For this question, it asks us to consider both functions f and g, function f being represented by this quadratic graph here, and function g represented by this quadratic function. So the question ends up asking which statement is true about the two functions in regards to their x-intercepts. Now looking at the graph, we can see that there are two x-intercepts, one at -3 and one at 2. We know this because this is when the line crosses the x-axis, and we can see at both points -3 and +2 is when the parabola crosses the x-axis. Now for the function, we're going to have to do some factoring. So in order to do that, we're going to want to find two numbers that multiply to -6 and add to 1. Well, I know that 6 times 1 multiplies to 6, but there's no way I can add those two numbers up to get 1. The only other option is 3 times 2. Now in order to get a -6 and a +1, we're going to want to multiply or set it up like x plus 3 and then x minus 2. Now we can double check ourselves by fulling this out. So the first being x squared, outer being minus 2x, inner being 3x, and then the last being -6. Combine them like terms, and you are going to get x squared plus x minus 6. So we know that this is right. Now in order to find those two x-intercepts, we're going to want to put these two factors equal to 0. So x plus 3 equal to 0, and then x minus 2 equal to 0. Subtract that 3 over, and you're going to have x equals -3. Add that 2 over, and you'll have x equals 2. So along with both of these functions, we can see that there are two x-intercepts that are given. So the question asks which statement is true. Both functions contain one x-intercept. We know that's true because we just did the factoring and we looked at the graph, and they both have 2. Graph f has 2 intercepts. That's true, while g only has 1. This one's not true because they both have 2, which leads us into C, which both graphs have 2 intercepts, and that's right. And just to double check, D, function g has no intercepts while f has 2. Well, we know that f does have 2, but g once again has 2 intercepts because of the factoring that we did, so we also know it's not D. Therefore, the answer is C.